Hey guys, welcome back to the Northern Lights SMP. So for today, we have a ton of work to get done. We have committed ourselves to finishing Bingo. I'm not letting it go any longer. It needs to be complete. And so that's going to be a massive grind. And I'm probably going to do most of that off camera and then bring you guys back after. But it's going to take up most of our time for this week. So yeah, that's our number one project. And our number two project is we want to get our system started for our runway numbers here at the airport. And yeah, that's not going to take too long. And I just want to give you guys a rough overview of what that's going to look like. It is going to be a ton of work getting it all fully built up, but I at least want to get the initial bit started. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get to it. So we are here at Bingo, and as you can see, we've made some changes, and I have done a ton of work off camera, and I mean a ton of work, to get all of the systems put in. So there wasn't a ton of space to work with, and so because we also have the Bingo Redstone video up on the channel, I decided I'd just do the work and then bring you here after to show you. So if I go to free cam here real quick, you can see just how much digging and redstone has gone into this place just to get it all wired back to our lights to the floor. As well, we have right here our reset system comes through, and when we put an input in, it will first fill the filter, and then the next time we put through of the same variety will set off the light. As well, if we come in here, we've now built a multi-item sorter in here. This is the same design that Cub used in Hermitcraft Season 7. So you guys can head over to his channel and check out Season 7 from Cub. He did amazing things over there. The way that we have the game set to play is we're going to build a randomizer in here. So you'll go in, you'll click the button, and you will get 9 items. Those 9 items will come from a bank of items that will be the same as the items in this area here. So when you get the 9 items, what we will do is you'll see what they are, you'll put them back in a chest, they'll go back into the randomizer, and then we come in here and we select the 9 items that we got, and we feed them through the Bingo input barrels. And that sets the Bingo cards. So there's a couple different ways that you could play, one of which would be that everybody has the same card, and then you start off and say, like, count down from 3 and then go, and then you run and you collect all the items, come back, put it in, first one to light off all their card wins. Or you could have the randomizer here again and have it set for, say, 1 button push 1 item, and use that as a bingo column, and then everybody gets their items that way. But to do that, you would have everybody get a different card, and that would be the second way to play. I guess the third way to play would be to have everybody have a separate card and do the scavenger hunt, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways that people could think to play this as well, but that is what I have set up. So yeah, either way, once an item gets put through and your light comes on, that item, I want it to come and automatically come back into this storage bank. And when we put an item through the reset barrel, I want those items as well to come right back and go right into this bank, because any item we put in from the game should be coming from this bank or coming externally. I think this project is coming along extremely well. We do need a bit more design work in here and make the ceiling a bit nicer. I've asked Callie to start to get ideas, and she might change out what I've got done in here. Any of these stairs and smooth stone and those walls could be changed out for another block. So she's free to come in and do whatever she thinks needs to be done. But yeah, all in all, I am super, super happy with it. So I want to demonstrate this bingo setup for you guys. So in the order that we put them in determines what light comes on. So smooth stone goes in first, then sandstone, stair, torch, arrow, flint, gravel, coal, carrot. So now our filters are set. So we break the magic here and come in. They're set. We have smooth stone, wall, stair, torch, arrow, flint, gravel, coal, carrot. So now, when we come back out, and don't tell anybody, but I've been filling the barrels along the floor here. So whenever we put in a light, something that's in our card, the system should go off, and the light comes on. A couple of these go this way, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe it's this one and this one, and these are opposite to that, unfortunately. It's just the way that it goes with having to turn the corners. But yeah, so each one that we put in will turn on the light. And you can be fairly quick about turning it. You see the lights come up as we go. And we have all lights on. So this is where we declare bingo. And now that all the lights are on, if we take an item and we put it through the reset barrel, all of the lights go off, and all of these are cleared and ready to accept the next lot of items. So once again, all of the items that we put in all come into here. So as you saw, we put a piece of stone in. That wasn't actually an item. So it just got fed directly to this chest. It is now complete. That's right. So since the last clip, we've gone and we've put in this system over here on both sides to bubble vate our items up, over, and into the starting point of our storage. It goes into that dropper there. We did put a slowdown system onto this because this system can't work at hopper speeds. And after realizing that and the trouble that it caused me, I decided I would just make it work, because I do have a system that I have designed previously, but I know it needs a bit of updating and needs work. And with all the work it took to get this in place, I didn't want to go back and redesign it and tear this all down and rebuild it. Maybe we will down the road, but not right now. So as well, we've got a randomizer built up. So we flick this lever to turn on the system, which will start a flood of items through. We basically made an infinity loop of items. So right after we flick this lever, we hit this button, and we should get 9 items come into this barrel, which will be enough to set our card, which is fantastic. So it's kind of a mess, but if we go to the back here, you can see that we've created this ugly mess of hoppers. So when we put items into that barrel, they come into this upper line here, into this dropper tower. When we flick the lever, it pushes this observer over, starts an observer clock to fire this dropper tower and this one. So this one will put items into this chest, and when we push the button, we have a delay circuit that allows for 9 items to go into the barrel. And if we're not pushing the button, the items flood back around the hopper this way, back into this dropper tower that was powered by the lever, up and into our chest bank, which ultimately fills this dropper. Now this dropper is set to auto fire items back up and into this hopper line down, and have them sit and wait in this dropper right here. So that way when we flick the lever, there is a line of items already filled in this dropper and these hoppers here. So we can flick the lever and hit the button, and there should instantly be a flow of items into the barrel, even if the system isn't full. So yeah, I think that works rather well, and it's really, really good to have this complete. So right now we actually have Callie here with us doing the design work for this area, making the place look absolutely phenomenal. And if you notice, we do have a ton of storage here, and that's because by my calculation, there's about 800 different stackable items in the game. And if we want to use all of them as possible items in the bingo game, then we need this much to hold 1 stack of each item. So yeah, it's definitely a bit of work going to be to grind out and get those items. As well, she's got this subfloor put in up here, so we've got better access to our chest here so we can actually put in filters. So we'll need to get the items and get those filters set, but once that's done, this is ready to play. So huge shout out to Callie for the design work over there and for helping with a bit of the design work here. Frogger for same thing, helping me out with the shape of the roof as well as the design work, just being someone to bounce that idea off of. And for Deos as well for coming and helping get the shape for where we were actually going to put the cards in, deciding the location for this place. And yeah, it's been a ton of work and I can't wait to play. So thank you to everybody who has come to help. So guys, Frogger has set up this thing here. So let's do some reading. Welcome to the Random Block Shrine. If you are unsure what block to use in your next build, this is the place for you. Simply press a button to get a random block that you must use in your next build. The blocks will be changed on a regular basis. Please also do not look before pressing the buttons, as it should be a surprise. And most importantly, have fun with your randomly selected block. Okay, so I don't really know what our next build is going to be, but let's get a challenge. Magma blocks. I can work with magma blocks. That's a good one. Well, I guess we have a challenge for ourselves now. So the next thing we are going to do is we're actually going to head home and start to build up our counter, which isn't going to be a whole lot of trouble, but it will require some more redstone components. So we're going to have to just go and spend a little bit more time doing a little bit more villager trading with our guys to get the redstone. And then we'll get to work. Let's go. So, as you guys saw in the time lapse, we've built up this binary counter. So the way it works is right now it's toggled on 1 0 0 0. So in binary, 1 0 0 0 means 1, or it's actually 0 0 0 1. So when we send another signal through, in order to count to 2 in binary, it's actually 0 0 1 0. So there, 0 0 1 0. Now to get to 3, we actually need 0 0 1 1 or 0 0 2 and 1. So the next time we toggle it, now it'll reset both of these lights and turn on the next one, which is 0 1 0 0 or 4. And binary continues this way in adding to the digits. So 4 plus 1, 4 plus 2, 4 plus 2 plus 1, and then 8. And so the problem with this system is if we're already at 8, when we get all of the lights turned on, we are well past 10, which is this here. So in order to get to all the lights on, we actually hit 15. But 15 is not an easy number to give our runway numbers by, especially if we want to carry this digit into the thousands. It would mean we'd have to build a system to convert this that is absolutely massive. As well, we would have to extend this system to about 10 units of this, which would also be huge. So instead, I have designed in my testing world a way that once this gets to 10, we actually send a signal into here to flip the switch on this one to turn this light on, flip this one to turn this light on, because both of those will be off, so when they take an input here, they just swap. And then, just after the system's had time to swap those lights, it's able to take another input and reset them all before the speed of our diamond counter, which we would have slowed down. can send the next input. So in doing that, when this signal, when we get to 10 and that signal gets sent off to this, we can also carry that signal upwards into another layer of this particular counter. And so that way we can count each individual digit on its own level, and each will have its own binary to 7 segment display converter. So that is the plan for our runway numbers. That's going to take a decent amount of time to get all of the redstone and the components to wire up. It involves a decent amount of repeaters and torches and redstone dust, and I just don't have those resources at this given moment. However, I did want to get this started and to show you guys how we were going to actually count up and set our runway numbers. So this has been a full week and episode, and apparently there's chicken in the water. Too much distractions. So thank you guys for coming along with us this week, and I hope you really enjoyed seeing the technical side of the work involved behind the bingo game and behind what we plan on doing here at the airport. So yeah, you guys will have to let me know in the comments what you thought of that. If you think of any other ways so we can play bingo, or any ways that I might be able to improve the system, let me know. And I would gladly take any feedback that you might have. You guys know the drill. Like this video if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next episode.